Good evening, everyone. As promised, 6 o'clock, right on the dot. I'll wait for a few people to join us. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We're gonna, I guess we're talking about a little bit of the rainstorms coming through. I don't know how much come up down through y'all's area, but we got a little bit of rain up here. I don't think it was too widespread, but we'll wait some people to jump on here. Man, I appreciate everybody that gets on this show. Uh, Y'all, please let me know if you can hear me. I see a couple people watching. Just make a comment, say, hey, I hear you fine. I've had some issues before where I talked for a few minutes and nobody heard me for the first 10 minutes or so. So if you please would let me know that you can hear me. Like I said, welcome to the Black Belt Hunting and Fishing Report, brought to you by Harris Farms, Hunters Run, Camden, Monroeville, and Rouse's Crawfish. Appreciate it, Bud. I hope you can hear me, Bud. I hope I got this thing working. Appreciate Bud tuning in. He's always following Crappie Cast and the Black Belt Hunting and Fishing Report. We appreciate y'all tuning in. How much range y'all get down that way, Bud? I was curious. We got just a little bit. Nothing. I think a little passing shower came through here, but thank you, Bud. Appreciate it. That's what I was always concerned. And Mr. Bill Lolly Jr. is my good buddy. It's always concerned. I want y'all to be able to hear me and talk about, hear me clearly, and we can talk about what y'all want to talk about. So, yeah, Bud said it didn't get much rain. So, hey, Ronnie, how you doing, buddy? Well, I know, guys, it's kind of frustrating. Miller's Ferry's fishing really tough. I talked to Scott Mitchell today. He fished yesterday down there. I know he's one of the better fishermen down that way. I know he's fishing tough. So, you got to kind of be patient, guys. The fish are spread out, some in the weeds, some out. And hopefully, it's going to get better, I promise you. May's a great month. Everybody knows that. June's a really good month. So, got to be patient. We had some rain and everything. The only good news is a lot of those females got to spawn, I hope, with that little bit of high water. And not a lot of them got caught. So, that may be, good. And everybody's concerned, the population's this, that, and the other. Man, there's plenty of fish there. You just got to be patient, guys. It's coming. Congratulations to Travis. Travis and his team won the IP International Paper fishing tournament down there. Looks like they caught some good fish, but I talked to Travis also, and it's just tough. I mean, that's just the way it is down there. You can't do anything about it. A river system's like that. Unfortunately, the rising of the water and the falling of the water, it just messes with crappie, and it's just unstable environment for the fish, and it benefits the fish, but the fishermen not so much. So just got to be patient, guys. So, hey, Scott D. My buddy John says throw more monkey milk. I mean, that he needs. John needs to get a T-shirt that says that. Throw more monkey milk. So we're gonna get John a T-shirt that says that. That's my good buddy John. He's been traveling a little bit. But hey, Scott Dees, Ashley Nicole, she's tuned in from the gym. Appreciate her. Scott Dees tuning in. Scott Seal says he's tuning in about to play pool. Fish all over the place at Lay Lake. I believe it, Scott. It's just John has said this on the Crappie Cast, and we said it before. Once you guys start fishing year round, you really get to where you don't like to spawn. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, bass fishing and crappie fishing. Once you start fishing year round, the spawn is your least favorite because the fish are unpredictable. There's no pattern to them. You catch a limit in the weeds today, and hey, they're gone tomorrow. So there's not much you can do about it. Just try to, go when you can and make sure, your boat maintenance is done. Make sure, everything, your honeydews are done, your chores. And when the fishing gets good, hey, that's when you need to get out there, especially come May. Speaking of May, guys, hey, Carlton, good evening, buddy. Speaking of May, need a Big Daddy Lawler's 7th annual Big Crappie Days coming. You can register at Roland Cooper State Park, CT Ward Power Sports, Lofton's Bait Shop, a Handyman Building Supply, and Coast to Coast Hardware. That is it. They named it after Big Daddy because this was his favorite thing, to watch those big crappie get weighed in during the hour. Looks like Big Fish overall is first place payout. Adults is $500. Youth is $250. Guaranteed hourly and Big Fish. Overall payouts brought to you by the local sponsors. There's several local sponsors there. I think it pays 10 places, but it is a big deal. Big Daddy love to see those big fish come in. You can get those kids out there That's an excellent thing. I'll be posting more about it as it comes up. I promise you. But like I said, big crappie day is coming up. May the 18th starts at 6 a.m. and closes at 4 p.m. And you got some kids, man. You can have a boat full of people and really enjoy that day. I don't know if I'll make it down there. I'm gonna try to though. Hopefully the weather cooperates. Oh man, let's see. I appreciate everybody tuning in. That's right. My buddy Scott Mitchell, he's over in Seminole. He he said he went to business, went to Miller's Ferry yesterday, and it was kind of slow. So the kids on spring break, and they went over to Seminole and smacked them a few. So the fish are moving out in timber. You got to realize that the fish down south in Seminole and them, they're about 3 weeks, 2 weeks probably ahead of Miller's Ferry and everything else. So they're starting to cooperate. Neil and I caught some fish at Talcon Saturday, and man, they were so beat up. Those males, I mean, they have a rough spawn, but very few fish out there. But there were some out there. So, like I said, I've been saying this the last couple of weeks. It's, it is. You just got to be patient, guys. The better fishing's coming up in May. The shad spawn's starting to pop off. You bass guys that like to swim jigs and throw spinner baits and all that, man. It's going to be on for you guys, and you'll be able to catch fish. I know I see people catching catfish, people jugging, still catching catfish, catching fresh shad. Use this time to catch your bait, man, for the summer. Go catch you some shad and freeze them. You got live scope, hey, throw that cast net and get out there with your kids, and it is what it is. Fishing's tough. Hey, can't do anything about it. I know Alabama River fishing tough all the way up through, and you're gonna have your people catch a few and up and down. But yeah, let's see. Old Ryan Willis is tuned in. I appreciate Ryan. He's been catching some up on Logan Martin. I seen him post some today. He's been catching them up there. He said they're roaming in brush piles and stuff. That's at Logan Martin Lake in Pell City. As far as bass fishing, they've had a few tournaments in Pride of the South up here by the house. Caught some good fish. I've been seeing that. You've got Maddie's Miller's Ferry Heritage Open. It's coming up May 25th and 27th. I know there's no deposit. Just get your boat number from her. It's at Bridgeport Landing. Looks like it pays $12,000 based on 100 boats. So, man, y'all be sure to get that 100 boat for her and get that pay up there, man. Go have you some fun. May 25th, that's prime largemouth territory for you guys that like to bass fish. So that is a great tournament. I know there's several tournaments being held locally, but if you want to support Maddie and Camden and Wilcox County area, hey, you need to fish that. It's become a good event. She always puts on a great tournament, and there's your big one right there. There's not a finer launch in Alabama than Bridgeport Landing, I promise you. But I want to remind everybody about that. Trying to think of anything I won't want to miss. I know these shows are short and sweet and less, but there's really not a lot of stuff to talk about. Like, I'd love to get Travis on here to talk about it. He's fishing tough. So Miller's Ferry's fishing tough, and there's really not a lot to talk about as far as crappie fishing, man. It's just, it is what it is, and I'm not going to sit there and try to feed you some bull that it is good fishing. It's really not, man. It's tough down that way, and you just got to go when you can go and wait on the better weather. So yeah, that's what he's saying. Caught a few spots Monday. Roland Cooper spotted bass, definitely slow, but when I got bit, it was aggressive. I believe it. So yeah. Travis, I'm gonna get you to come on next week, Travis. He said he's on nights this week. Maybe next week I'll get with him. Travis gets to fish a good bit, especially during the week when there's no other factors. You need that's a good report. Hey, I'm catching some females that's laid out on the timber. Give us a report where you guys can plan your vacations and don't try to waste a lot of days down there right now. Until it picks up, and I'll definitely let you know. I'll be posting them on this page. I'll let you know when they start picking up, but. The old timers I used to fish with down there growing up, they never started fishing down there until May. I mean, I know a bunch of them that didn't. So, like I said, get your boat maintenance done, your honeydews done, all that good stuff, and get ready to catch some fish come May. That big fish tournament, May the 18th, hits right in the middle of it. But yeah, it's just one of those things right now, guys. You just have to deal with it. It's we say this every year. April's like that, and some Aprils you get the water's kind of stable and it doesn't rise and go up. But I fished up here by the house yesterday, and we caught our limit. We caught 30 in a couple hours. The water was gin clear, but we had some overcast, so that helped us. But I made a post on my on my fishing page that, one day you're the hero, one day you're the zero. That's the way the Warrior River is, man. You go down there and catch some fish and catch some decent fish to eat, and the next day you'll go out there and zero. I mean, it real humble you, but the fishing's like that. So good things to come. As far as weather, I think we got a chance of rain Sunday. It's going to be, low wind the next 2 days, Thursday and Friday, I seen. So there you go. Alan Brook, good evening from Lot 5. Just got through cleaning a good mess. There you go. So hopefully we'll pick up Demopolis. They've been catching a few over there I've seen. We went there last Sunday and caught, was it last Sunday? I can't keep up with it. No, Sunday before last, and caught a few. Didn't set the world on fire, but it also picks up in May too. Fish get back on the brush, but appreciate you telling us that, Alan. Demopolis is picking up, so hopefully Miller's Ferry is going to pick up too. I see where they made a lot of progress at the dam. They made their first concrete pour, so that's big news for the dam. Get some of that barge traffic, because believe it or not, people don't understand that barge traffic helps your river a lot. I mean, those fish are used to that water moving when the barge comes by and taking the water in and out of those inlets, and there's been no barge traffic since they've had trouble with the dam. But they made one pour. I did see that the other day. So that's progress. So hopefully they'll get that fixed in the next couple. They said May. I remember when they first initially started working on it. So, but hey, man, it is what it is. I'm not going to draw this out because there's really not much to talk about. It's y'all need to send me your events coming up, guys. Your tournaments, your success stories, your pictures, anything where I can post them on here and we can have a little bit more to talk about on the show. It's kind of short shows now because there's really nothing to report on. We got into a lot of a big topic, on Crappie Cast on my electronics, and I try not to do it on this page unless somebody actually asks me. But if there's questions you want to ask me, you can message me or text me, guys. I'll try to get to you. If you don't want to ask it on the show, and hey, we try to save people money and save them some trouble without making the same mistakes that John and I did. And that's one reason we created Crappie Cast. And I want to help continue this show just to help people get information and, hey, showcase the areas. Hey, the crappie are biting down here. If you got some vacation, let's schedule it. Go down there and catch you some fish. But right now, man, Miller's Ferry, it's a little shaky. But, hey, there's better days coming. I know that's kind of cliche to say, but I promise you there is. I'm sure the bass fishing's the same way. It's going to pick up, and the fish are there. The bait's still there. They just got to get settled in, and the water get, in the upper 70s. So it's I'm looking forward to it. So let's see. Tim Maddox. Good evening. He caught them Monday on Bankhead from 12 inches to 20 foot. The last run is on now. That's up here by the house at Bankhead. Transition from spawn to deep river structure all over the place. Yeah, I believe that, Tim. They are. Tim fishes a good bit at Bankhead, and they're so sporadic right now, spread out. Yesterday, the limit we caught at Holt was from 8 foot to 20 foot, and that is no kidding. I mean, it's crazy. You got some males down there at 20 foot, some white males, black males with their tuxedos, and crappie fishing just all over the place. But, hey, it is going to get better, guys. So, but yeah, I say that a couple times a show. Just be patient. Like I said, if y'all catch fish, Tim, send me some pictures, man. I'll post them on here. Somebody may want to make the drive up here. Like Scott Mitchell said they went to Miller's Ferry yesterday and it wasn't happening. Had them boys on spring break, and they drove to Seminole to go catch some fish. Went down there with my buddy Byron and one of our friends, and they're down there catching fish and enjoying spring break. So don't be scared to travel, man. It's just be mobile and make the best of it. You got a place on the river, hey, mow the lawn, work on the seawall, do something. And when the fishing gets good, hey, take advantage of it. So, but everybody be safe. I'm not going to draw these shows out. Like I said, 15, 20 minutes until we get guests on here like Travis and Scott Mitchell. And we had Gage King on there talking about his tournament that he won down there. We'll get people like that on here and make this thing get more. But I appreciate everybody that's loyal that watches these shows. Appreciate the sponsors. Like I said, Harris Farms, Hunters Run Camden, Monroeville, and Rouse's Crawfish. I know today's National Crawfish Day, so hey, if you like crawfish and want to do a crawfish boil, get a hold of Rouse's Crawfish right there in Selma and get you some crawfish. And have some time and use this time, hey, to fellowship and enjoy your time on the water. John said the crappie fishing good on Neely Henry. I heard. I know it's good up on the upper end of the Coosa, John. Like I said, Ryan Willis has been catching some on Logan, and but hey, we're waiting on the Miller's Ferry and all down the Tom Bigby and all that to really fire up, and the bigger fish start getting predictable and having some fun, and be able to put them limits in the boat, and be able to say, hey, the fish are biting down here. So my dad's tuned in. Appreciate my dad tuning in. He's right there in Utah, right there on the river, right below Lock 7, right there on the river. I'm sure the water's been up and down there. Hopefully it's calmed down. We didn't get enough rain today to do anything to it, but appreciate all y'all tuning in. Again, send me all your pictures. Send me all your future events, everything. And I want to thank the sponsors that help this thing tick, as always, and thank all y'all for watching every week. We get more and more followers on here and more people watching, and hey, I'll try to give you an honest report. Like I said, I'm being honest, telling you it's fishing tough down there, and that's just the way it is. So, and it will change, I promise y'all. Y'all have a safe night. Enjoy time with your family, and I'll see y'all next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Hopefully we'll have something to talk about. Thank y'all.